He said, what would be considered the local area? He said, your house, apartment, dorm, FYI, I am not going to knock on your door and check if you're there. He said, understood. But dude just told me while I was at work, the local area is 200 miles. So I said, local area is 200 miles. Then he gonna text me to the side. And gonna be like, if you have a question, I'd be more than happy to ask him, but there were rumbles that the rule changes are at the wing level a few days ago. My guess is they finally sent guidance to the squadron commanders. So I'm thinking that he was saying that, like, if I had questions, that I can ask him and then he'll ask him, or some bullshit like that. I'm like, fuck you. But then I was like, no, those rumblings was about being changed back to HP Con Charlie and leave being included at the wing level instead of the squadron level. And that hasn't happened yet. So far, all this is coming from him and the squadron level. Then he said, I asked to define the local area. He kept saying some other shit, but that's not important. He said, I'll ask him to define the local area. And I was like, he told me because I had asked him about my leave next week. He thought it was 8 hours, and he came back and said 200 miles. Then he came and said, cool, he just sent me the info to me, but I asked. Then, later on, I'm going to say local area is 200 miles per CC. I just fucking told you that. I can't feel it.
It's white right now. Now you're all black. Okay, all white with
all
red
black,
shoulders.
It's white now, right? Cocaine, everything.
Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though.
Alright. Now they in our crib.
Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit.
Can y'all hear us talking through that stream, or did I turn it off?
Let me feel myself a little bit.
I got
little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way.
Turn it up real quick just to see. I want to see if it worked or not.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This
goddamn horn, I can't hear shit.
As the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Now this will make it into the end zone.
You might not have to allow one.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drives incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
I hate me right now.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game such an important
Hey,
feature also in the NFL game in this offense. They're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt.
And I was on crack.
Complimentary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
And a lot of times these plays either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
You got some shit.
On 2nd and 2, it's Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to just throw down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right, probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Wow.
Oh! And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Murray on the.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Jesus Christ.
Discouraged him from taking
I thought I got it, bro.
And made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, Dicklet!
Let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
Ball. What the fuck is going on, hey? I swear to God, they just made niggas
coming to the line here to begin their next drive. The Seahawks offense.
Speaking of y'all, last year that
November, but the
catch that
playoffs,
shit.
we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he works it across
at
the
him,
25
bro.
before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Byron Murphy.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They want to do
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, my God. He's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Guy, no nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Or eat home.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He said, what the hell, TV?
Now it's Carson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31.
Everything would put his
What the hell? That make you say, what the hell? You know what else makes me want to say, what the hell? It's when I'm at work. And you have they have these people that come in and they don't use their hands. They just point to where what the hell? And now for my special guest this week. Oh God. God damn it. Now for my special guest this week. Aaron, now let me tell you about this bitch. God damn it. She was just born. Don't call your daughter a bitch. He was like, sorry.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on
I caught you right there, Devontae.
on 3rd down.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half. But we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like
He
it's
was
a
just calling
disappointment.
his baby
In a game
mama.
like this one, being able
I
to
mean,
kick
but
field
that was
goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 24-yard
Give it 2
line.
weeks.
I give it a
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December 11th. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak.
Oh, let go.
Gets intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Wow.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take
open.
Negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
2 yards on the
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense.
Who
And
commented
guess
on the
what?
video?
Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Gameplay that feel like that's going to be a spot. Bitch. In other words, they're not doing shit. They did come up with something.
Like there's a video?
This is Carson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
This is pissing me off. Like, come on.
They'll try to run with Carson.
Oh.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun.
Wrong button.
Wilson flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
What the fuck can I do? That nigga standing in his only zone. That is your only zone, and you don't follow it, nigga. That's just fucking retarded.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
Nigga didn't move. I can't switch to him. I'm just gonna stand beside this nigga.
Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Setting out to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Yeah, it's off.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
Oh, my God.
So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is great. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards 38-24
they said it's
win
actually
Week
powered
15.
by.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
They have some shit where
moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made
play
at the
call
Seahawks
for you,
38-yard line.
or players
This
instead of
offense
just like
finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
and play type and all that. So if you want to get it to fucking McCaffrey,
Murray now. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to
but
just
as far as like
2nd down.
gameplay, it says it has a different engine than the PS4. But
it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sharon Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say.
It didn't read my first click.
Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're no lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Talking about what everybody started talking about.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Not smoking weed.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Oh, that's
a
it.
Nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end.
And then I look it up.
Did you see everybody start to run the other way? Why? These niggas are fucking retarded on this game, bro. Look at the shit that they do.
There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Oh.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
This nigga caught a sideline pass and fell down in bounds. And when he hit the ground, the 4 niggas that was running his way because they were in zone turned and ran the other way for a split second. That nigga could have got up and started moving.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you cross country to Orlando.
He got a touchdown because my nigga in the flat zone stood beside this nigga as he was standing near the pylon. It got thrown to him. He didn't move his way when the ball was in the air or nothing. He watched him catch the ball, sitting right beside him.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
I want to see
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball. Well. As you said, 9 minutes of red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This nigga is 17, man. This shit is wild.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Kirk complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Arizona.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
From the 44, Murray forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 29, Murray. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Flush to his right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, And now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Quick first step.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Murray again. Buying time to his... And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24, Wilson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
They run it with Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Again, the ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson dancing to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 23 in the mic. Check right, check right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Maybe I'm insensitive, and I don't want to say that I'm insensitive. I just lack understanding.
They'll try and
So,
run for it on
is this
first
dude?
and
Oh,
and he's across the charge into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
so he was born in
Chris
Vietnam.
Carson is
I think he was
11th
only there for like
touchdown
a
of the
year or so.
year.
So he
And the
ain't
Seahawks add on to
came
their
over here,
lead.
went to public school.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Fucking
Makes
college.
the score Seahawks 17,
class short his bachelor's.
Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on
And
the
he still
field, and
like
they will send this one
misses
away.
words or omits words when he talks English.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
It's almost like English wasn't his first name. I'm pretty sure. Or it was a mixture of both. His parents are still.
I was about to say, I don't know if he's close with his family or.
He is, because he can speak like fluent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And if you met that nigga, he would talk your fucking head.
On 1st and 10,
And you
here's
don't
Murray.
know.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
To Christian.
A good
Said
pickup there at 22.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Murray now on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10.
It's harder to read the screens this year, I'll tell you that.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit down.
And it's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in.
These niggas fucking suck in these zones.
11-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's nice.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf.
Oh, what?
This one across the 30-yard line. And they call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So I tested it. I ended up having to fucking download or copy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Apex on both systems at the same time.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
And they hit 50%.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
They got big number in
What? What the hell?
From the gun, Wilson. He's going to aim for Dorsett. And he almost had
Oh
it.
my fucking God,
a game
bro.
changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Wilson.
Down.
This one into the hands of
They're gonna call a
Metcalf.
fucking pass.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the
Oh
45.
my fucking God.
So they
The
elect
niggas
to
cut
decline
into
it.
me and they call the pass
Just go ahead and let the play
interference.
stand, and
I'm
take
sick
that.
of this
Wilson
fucking
and
game.
Metcalf that
Oh,
time.
fucking
First
sick.
down, Seattle.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Oh,
Now Wilson
fucking
on first
wow.
down. Looking middle, and it's
That's the third
incomplete.
pick this
The
drive.
intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps
too
here at this
early.
stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's third down.
I didn't think it
The
could get any worse.
Seahawks on
than
third down.
the
They've converted
shit
4
that was
times out of
happening in
6.
Madden.
Not
We
bad.
actually
This
played.
is 3rd and 14.
The
2
three of
minutes
us
left to
fucking
play in this
spending
football
a
game
little
here
bit of
on
money
EA
doing the
Sports.
much shit. Oh, they just gotta clean up around the edges. They ain't do shit.
So it's
They made
Seahawk
it worse.
football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively
Fucking
after
was
having
possible.
time to talk it over. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Gerald Everett.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw is Murray. And he's going to be
best
swallowed
lineman
up.
is
Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jaron Reed in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He finds Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Murray, 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Murray to throw.
Oh, was that a delay route?
Zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands defense team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So the victory here for Seattle.
Totally different than our first one.
They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles.